dude. We're leaving.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool? Podcast. What's up, fool? Podcast. MartinRizo right here.
What's up, fool?
Rodrigo Torres over there.
What's up, fool?
We're going live on TikTok, man. What's up, people? That's right, man. We're here. We're live. We're on TikTok right now. Rodrigo, just make sure that they can look at me. And if you want to read the post, read them, bro.
I got you.
Yeah.
No bad words.
Just put them right there. No bad words for the first
Peace, love, 1983. What's
for the
up,
first
fool?
10 minutes. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. I appreciate a little TikTok hat right now. Some roses. Send them to us. Because, man, we're going live on the What's Up, Fool podcast. We're going to talk about Dodger Stadium, Target. We're going to talk about Bud Light. We're going to talk about...
what's it called? The White House Plumbers?
The White House Plumbers.
Coño.
We're going to talk about the...
Miami, baby.
Miami, Florida, Georgia. We're going to talk about the writer's strike. They sent me a ballot today if I want to... for SAG-AFTRA, if we want to join the strike.
Really?
Are we going to cross the picket lines?
Yeah, because a lot of people are upset because, you know, when you put on a 1 hour special on Netflix, they get to air it forever and they keep it, bro. And then you get no residuals, no royalties. Bro, you can sit right there.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Rizzo, how's it going?
What's up, fool? We were talking about fucking practice.
Talking about practice, bro?
It's a badass shirt.
Practice,
That's like
Tiger blood.
Some comments. We're talking about open mic, bro. I already have 45 minutes.
You know what's funny is, am I allowed to talk? Right
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
Go for it, dude.
Well, thanks.
RyanSickler right there, people.
In the
Thank
house.
you, guys.
On the
Thank
Honeydew
you.
podcast.
Yes.
And one of the first podcasts I ever done was the Crab Feast. I did that podcast before I even had a podcast or knew what a podcast was.
One of the OG
Bro,
podcasts,
really?
that
Back then,
podcast,
dude.
Crab Feast, I got a lot of fans, bro, like in the Midwest. Toby Hicks, as a matter of fact, he
Yep,
did
he had
Crab
a great
Feast.
one, too.
He had a kid who saw him who was 16, and him and his dad, they drove like 70 miles to go see him at one of our shows.
Relative.
Because they were on Crab Feast.
Well, thank
What
you
have
for
you
the
lost?
love. Make sure you go check out my special on my YouTube right now because I'm going to say it up front now because YouTube already pulled it and limited it. It's out of the algorithm because I talk about weed, I guess.
What?
Yeah, they waited 3 weeks. It was at 500,000 views in 2 weeks, and then they pulled it and said, nah, we appealed it. They said, nah. But anyway, I
It's
wanted
still on
to say,
YouTube?
it's still there on my
Okay.
RyanSickler channel. You just got to go find it. But I'm checking out your studio, and you're talking about before you knew what a podcast was. Dude, this place is great. So congratulations on really setting up a nice place. But
Yeah, man.
we're talking about practice. So back in the day, I worked for, I'm not going to say the company, but I used their company's FedEx to overnight some weed to myself, right? So I was going back to Baltimore to do shows, and I used their FedEx packages and their plan and everything, and I would do it. I would overnight on a Thursday. I would get into Baltimore on a red eye at 6 in the morning. I'm beating the package there. I get to my buddy's place,
dude.
and it's like 8 a.m. when I'm finally there, and I'm just like chilling out, and I'm waiting for this FedEx weed delivery. And that morning was We Talk About Practice, and I sat and watched that shit over. I watched it for 2 hours, and then the knock on the door came. There was my
Finally,
weed. I was like, hell
The
yeah.
heavenly knock.
I'll never forget that day.
It's FedEx. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like FedEx was the OG drug dealer, the OG drug mule back
Well, a
in
lot
the
of
day.
people misunderstood and thought Fed meant they were federal, and they weren't. They were Federal Express, but they were not federally affiliated.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, dude. Private entity.
Just like when he was driving Uber, man, he was delivering packages, and now you can do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, before when I used to do Lyft, I remember I used to like deliver like weird packages. I remember I went to like a
Contraband.
like a sketchy motel in South Central, and some guy gave me a pair of pants with a whole bunch of zippers. He told me to deliver them to Irvine, South Central to Irvine, and then like some like rich kids picked it up. So I peeked through the pockets. There's a whole bunch of cash, like a lot of cash, and I filmed it. I was like, oh, this is crazy. And then this one time.
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Weren't you scared if you even took like $20 of that dude was going to know how much was in
Yeah.
there and come kill your ass?
Yeah, because I remember somebody told me, dude, you should just think of the money and cancel the ride. And I'm like, no, dude.
Dead body.
Hell no, bro. They probably like screenshot the, what's it called? My license plate number and all that stuff, dude. So like, hell no. And there's one time at 3 a.m, I picked up this one kid from USC, drove him to Anaheim, right by like these shitty hotels by Disneyland, and he told me, "Hey, if you wait here for like 30 minutes, I'll give you $100 tip." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
And did he?
Yeah, he did. He was a man of his
back.
word. I chilled, and if anything
Usually
happened,
drug addicts don't come back. You know what I mean? Usually
A
you're just
real
there
one,
all
huh?
night. Yeah.
because I was like, if the cops come, I'm like, I'm on duty, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Fool
stupid.
said he's
you know?
on duty.
I'm a
The city,
driver.
I used to sit out front on my buddy's stoop and watch the people. It was smart the way they would deal because they would take the city bus. So they stand at the bus stop, so you can't get them for soliciting, right?
Yeah.
As soon as the bus starts to come, they step away from the bus stop to let the bus know I'm not riding the bus. You don't need to pull over here. But if the cops show up, they just get on the bus and they'll ride a stop or two, and then boom, maybe they even make their package over there. But I was watching them all night. I was fascinated. I was like, look at these motherfuckers. You can't get me for soliciting. I'm just going to say I'm waiting for the bus.
When did you deliver that package to yourself from LA? And they got there on time?
Always. FedEx is
I
money.
never done that. You?
FedEx
Did
is
you
money.
ever? Did you do it like? Did you just put the butt in there, or did you mask it with anything like a poster or a T-shirt?
You're getting me to tell myself, and I've never told this before, but
I used to do the poster thing.
I would mask it. I would do shit like I would take a jar of peanut butter, and I'd put peanut butter, and I'd wrap it up and put it in the peanut butter, zipped a few times,
Mad deception right there.
right? And then I'd put like, I know these are, I would get like an LA candy, like C's or something. I'd be like, I know these are
An
your
LA
favorite
candy, hell yeah,
XOXO
West Coast like a
grandma.
motherfucker, dog.
And then I'd send it off. But
Worders.
the one time I was rushed and got sloppy, that package never made it.
You can't be sloppy.
It
dude.
never made it. I didn't take my time. I didn't zip it up, but it was probably one Ziploc, and this Cali bud stinks. So I'm sure it's either somewhere in a police evidence room, or as my cousin, who's a retired cop, says, it was. And as soon as every one of those cops got tested, knew they weren't getting tested for a year, they were all smoking your weed. I was like, probably.
A lucky ass
Yeah,
employee,
probably.
huh?
You from Philadelphia?
I'm from Baltimore originally.
Baltimore.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah, man. Baltimore. I never been there, but we went to, where did we go, bro? We went
Magoobies?
to Magoobies.
Yeah. That's just outside. That's Timonium, yeah.
Timonium.
Timonium, dog.
Timonium.
Yeah, I went to college there at Towson.
You know, that was the last club that Mitch Hedberg was booked at before he passed away.
Did he make it or no?
No, yes.
Oh, no shit.
No one had ever sold that place out. And he sold it out before getting off the plane or getting off his...
No one's ever
his
sold
RV.
Magoobies out?
No, Baltimore Improv before they closed.
Oh, yeah. That place was... Yeah.
So he was on the first, and then he passed.
Damn,
Damn.
dude.
That club's not even
R.I.P.
there anymore.
No, it's gone.
Baltimore is it's a shit show for comedy. I love my city, but it's a shit show for comedy. You go down to D.C., you can practice in Baltimore, but you know what I'm saying? We're talking about that's where you practice, you know.
So you an Oriole fan?
Yeah, I'm a diehard Oriole fan, and
You got Kel Ripken right here, bro.
it fucking figures right now that 1 year finally we're kicking ass, and goddamn Tampa's got to win like 80 games out of the gate. It's like a fucking figures, man. We can't just have one. But they're fun, man. They're young. They're exciting. I have my Oriole shirt on today, as a matter of fact.
Eddie Murray was a fucking Oriole too, right?
Dude, you're going to make me cry.
Yeah, bros.
Eddie Murray was so I'm 50 now. I'm born in 73. I remember being 5, 6, 7 watching Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray was my favorite player because
Fuck
Cal
Eddie.
hadn't come in yet. Cal came in 81, I think it was. And I remember my dad being like, watch this third baseman. He's going to be something else. Because he started
that
at
picture
third
from Nicaragua, bro. That picture from Nicaragua.
for the Orioles.
Yeah. He played like a couple of years there.
Talking about Dennis Martinez, El Presidente.
Presidente,
Hell
bro.
Yeah, he was an expo too, bro.
Montreal.
He already
Yeah.
knew because I saw a movie with James Woods, and they were at a war. It was called Salvador, right? And they were like in Nicaragua also, right? And there was like a Salvadorian rebel. He was wearing a fucking Oriole hat, and he kept saying Dennis Martinez. He threw a grenade, bro, like a pitcher, bro, far away. But they no smoking his ass, but he was proud, bro. Because Nicaragua was at war too, man. With Nicaragua, Guatemala, you know, pretty much everybody that the American fruit company decided to take their bananas for that war. But yeah, man. So that's how I know. And then Dennis Martinez, bro, he was a bad motherfucker.
He
bro.
played for a long time,
Yeah.
too. I want to say he might have pitched into his either late 30s or early 40s. He was fucking good, dude.
He retired after he hit Hubie Brooks in the head.
That's what made him say, I don't have my command anymore.
Yeah.
No more grenades, bro.
That's a hell of a way to find out, ain't it?
Fucked him up
For
in the
Hubie
head.
Brooks, it's
Yeah.
a hell of a way to find out. You know what? You just made me think about, all right, so that 83 team was the World Series team. I was 10 years old. Bunch of players on it. I'm out in Ontario years ago. This is back when you would do Wednesday through Sunday. You remember Wednesday you drive,
Damn.
Thursday you drive,
No, you were doing comedy 83?
No, dude.
Oh.
This is 2000,
2003.
2001, 2002.
Yeah, because I remember Willie Barstetten was featuring for a comic, and Sully McCullough was the opener, and they were there Wednesday through Sunday,
Yeah.
bro.
And it was 1 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturdays.
Yes.
You had 11.
Yes.
And then a Sunday. You were
Yeah.
doing 8
That
shows.
was Ontario Improv?
Yeah, Ontario Improv.
Back in the day,
used to-
20 years ago.
They
It
used to, yeah, and the Bray Improv used to be over there by it used to be over there by
this
Moose
spot.
McGillicuddy. No, some other
Brea,
restaurant.
the original, that's the third Brea now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 24-hour fitness now.
The first Brea is over there off of Brea. Not
Lambert.
Brea, yes.
Lambert.
That's it, Lambert. Then the second one is just a few buildings down from where the
Yeah,
OG one
it's
is.
still there.
The big
dude.
one, yeah,
It's empty.
And the shows on
storage room.
Saturday were 7, 9, and 11.
Yes.
That's like El Paso, Texas, the comic strip. How
Well,
they
those are
start
like
on
kinda like-
Wednesday.
Then comedians started saying, fuck that Wednesday and fuck that first. Then it became fuck that Saturday at 11. And then a lot of them dropped to Sunday too. Some.
Yeah.
But I go out there, and this is Ontario. And Ontario back in the day in the early 2000s was a lot of gangbangers,
Yeah.
rough crowd, but fun. They still were fun if you knew how to handle yourself.
Tough crowd, huh?
And I'm on stage, and I've got my Orioles T-shirt on, and
Representing, huh?
I'm
you
hearing
have to, bro.
this commotion off to my left, right?
That's a commotion.
And I can't see what it is, but I do see the staff going over. I'm like, all right,
Something's
they got
up.
it. They got it. And I see the guy something, and then this guy in the corner waving the dude off like this and shit, and then he goes back. So after the show, I'm doing a meet and greet, and this guy comes up to me. He's an older dude. He's with this little tiny Asian dude, little pudgy tiny Asian dude. He comes up, his breath smells like fucking liquor and vomit.
Oh shit.
Fresh kid icy.
And he fucking
Dude,
sticks this World Series ring in my face. He goes, you say you're from Baltimore? I go, yeah. He goes, do you know who I am? And I take a step back, and I'm like, dude, you're Todd Cruz. He's like, yeah, this guy knows what he's fucking talking about. And I'm like, you're one of the 3 amigos, blah, blah. I start telling him. And he's like, oh, this guy right here, he's wasted. He's telling me this little short, tiny, pudgy Asian dude is like the best karate champ in, like, California. And I'm like,
Ontario, dude, in the
shit.
IE, bro.
I said, I will fuck this dude up right now. Okay, I will fuck this dude up right now, right here. This
fuck
guy's
him up?
just staring at me. Dude's wasted. And what's happening is people are coming over to tell him to shut up. They were telling him to come over to be quiet. And in his mind, I have to only, again, my age, I got to compare it to Al Bundy. The guy, you remember he would always be like, I
Pokai,
scored
dog.
3 touchdowns in the
4
championship.
touchdowns,
in
yeah.
4, bro. 4.
My bad.
4.
4, bro.
4 touchdowns in Pokai.
Pokai,
This was
bro.
still Todd
Yeah.
Cruz.
Never forget.
And he was still living in that world. And when they would come over to tell him to be quiet, this motherfucker thought they were coming over for his autograph. So he's yelling, I'll sign it after the show. That's what I'm hearing. I'll sign it after the show.
Still famous.
Dude comes back. That was we were doing a Sunday night. So I come back on Sunday, and we're in there, and you can hear somebody rattling these fucking doors out in that that corridor hallway.
Oh, yeah.
And Clark was the manager at the time. Remember
Yeah.
Clark?
Clark,
Looked like Guy
damn.
Ritchie. Good looking dude. Looked like Guy Ritchie. He goes out to the doors, runs these people off. He comes back. He's like, you expecting friends tonight? I'm like, there's no one I know that's coming here tonight. He goes, I don't know. This dude out there. I said, is he with a little Asian dude? He goes, yeah. I go, that's Todd Cruz. That's the old Orioles player that fucking, he's like, he said you put him on a guest list. I said, they were just bragging how they're the richest people, which I didn't put anybody on a guest list. So about a month goes by, maybe a couple months, and I knew he was in a bad way. He's drinking everything. And there's a news article that pops up, and it's Todd Cruz found dead in the swimming pool of like his apartment complex.
You couldn't swim?
Fucking dude was dead. I don't know if he couldn't. So he could play third base as a
He committed
backup.
suicide after he didn't let him get into the
I
show.
don't know if he committed suicide, but he fucking maybe that Asian
Damn,
dude
bro.
killed him. That
How
Asian
the
dude
fuck did
might
he
have
end up
killed
in
him.
Ontario, dog?
I couldn't figure any of it out. He was I feel like he was living in Arizona, might have had some friends out here, but the guy ends up
Croaking.
dying. Yeah, and I don't know if he drank himself to death. I don't know what he did.
Dead at 52.
God
52.
that's
That's
damn,
young,
bro.
That's young for a former athlete too.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah, dude.
One of my other
Ontario?
favorites too. We were in Memorial Stadium. That's the old stadium before Camden Yards. And Bo Jackson was playing for the Royals. So we all go down. We want to see Eddie. We want to see Cal. But we also want to see fucking Bo Jackson.
Fuck
you know
yeah,
what I
he's the
mean?
shit, dude.
He's coming to Baltimore. So that famous play where he runs up on the wall, that's in Memorial Stadium. I'd love to say I saw that play, but I don't think I did. But anyway, Bo Jackson, they beat us, and they just edge us out that game to take first place. And there's this black dude standing outside the team bus, and he's yelling up at the bus. He's like, fuck y'all, we still number one. We still number one. They go, get up on this bus and say that. And this dude walks right up on that bus. He's like, we still number one to the whole Kansas City Royals team. And they go, say that shit to Bo. And Bo stood up in the back, and he goes, fuck that, we number two. And he got off the fucking bus, dude. Bo Jackson is massive. Massive. I met him in person. And I swear when the elevators opened, he almost had to dip a little bit like this to get
His
out.
shoulders
he was
in?
so fucking wide.
I used to have a Fleer card of Reggie Jackson when he was in the Orioles for 1 month.
I still have my Beckett,
He was an
dude.
Oriole for
Right here,
a
look,
second.
boom.
Yep.
Bo knows.
Is that how long it was? A month?
A month, and then he joined the Angels afterwards.
Yeah.
I
Or the
don't-
Yankees, I
The
thought. he went to
Yankees?
the
Yeah,
Yankees,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
I would always get that card.
I
dude.
shook his hand one time, bro. He slapped it off.
Nah.
Yeah, because I said the wrong thing. I was
Who, this fool?
yeah, Richie Jackson, bro. Me
Oh,
and
yeah.
Willie Barcena were hanging out at Seaside. He was performing at the Planet Gemini. And we saw Reggie eating breakfast. And I reached out to shake his hand. And I said, when I was a little kid, I saw Bob Wild strike you out in the World Series.
Damn, dude.
You bold.
Ah, and he shoved
And he shoved it, bro. Then Willie said, but you came back and hit 3 home runs the next day. He goes, I know what I did. Tell your friend that.
Damn.
And I felt bad because I was nervous, but that's the only thing that came to my mind, like
Yeah.
the only memory I have.
Fuck it, dude. Let it out.
Fuck it, eh?
I'd have been like, fuck you for leaving Baltimore, you pussy.
You know what I heard
6-week
about?
stint.
That fool, Reggie Jackson, that he supposed he's going to buy a major league team, and he got fucking knocked out by Bud Selig.
Oh, is that right?
But anyway.
Knocked out?
Or just like got out of the mix of ownership to buy one. That's what he said on, I think, on Howard Stern. You're full of a bunch of useless information.
That's right, cocksucker.
I thought we were gonna go on a nice segue, but no.
Meanwhile, we got when he was talking about delivering and this, that.
Oh, waiting, right?
I was
Waiting.
all high looking at him. This motherfucker just like a paper boy.
You do, dude.
That was a badass game, though.
Remember?
Paperboy on Nintendo.
That's
that game.
that's Lisa's favorite game, bro.
I love that game,
Paper
bro.
boy and hamburger.
Yeah, that's right. The hamburger.
Burger time.
Now you're making me think they had beer tap too, where they would slide it. Remember that
Yeah,
one?
dude.
Yeah.
God damn, that's so fucking crazy, dude.
Hey, that was a video game. Fucking
That was the craze.
job, a teenager job, dude. Fucking newspaper boy. That's crazy, bro.
Used to be.
Remember I told you guys like a couple of months ago, right? A month ago, we're talking about baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you guys that when I was working at Dodger Stadium selling souvenirs, there was these 2 women kissing, bro.
Yeah.
And they kicked them out of Dodger
That's
Stadium
What-
a long time ago. They're not even ugly. They were not even ugly. They were cute.
That's hot.
Look it up, Philip. 2 women kissing, getting kicked out of Dodger
They
Stadium.
come out on the big.
So, bro, here we are now, 30 years later, bro. And by the way, Dodger Stadium always had a Pride Month, but they never really advertised it.
You just had to know about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but every year they'll hand out the Pride shirts with the Dodger logo.
yeah,
Secret club.
I had that, bro. And I've been to Pride Month, Pride Week at Disneyland by mistake. And let me tell you right now, man.
It's a party.
That's the best time to go because gay dudes are just dancing around Disneyland all day, and all the rides are for people that are actually there to get on them. The lines were short on Pride Day, bro. Yeah. But, dude, there was a bunch of dudes, bro. They were dressed like, Pride Month. And that's when I noticed that there's gangs inside that Disneyland, like clubs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there's a gang called the I forgot the name of them, but they're all part of a certain movie, and
Mickey's
they all
Disciples?
wear like vests, like real bikers.
Really?
Yeah, they're their own little gangs within Disneyland.
I learned that technically no one's ever died in Disneyland or Disney World. You know about this?
Yeah,
Because they take the bodies
That's
outside
right.
the park before they pronounce them dead.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true, fool. Let me make shit
Yeah,
up.
you can get decapitated, and they'll be like, I don't know, he's still got a chance. And then they'll take you outside, but yeah, he's dead.
He died
wasn't
from COVID.
vaccinated, homie. Like that, yeah.
Nobody gets fired from Disneyland either, bro. they just put you in a carnival and you wake up in Dayton, Ohio, and you're working a carnival, bro.
But that's definitely for liability, though, dude. They pronounce them dead outside of the park.
But
So
Disney gangs.
so
Okay, I see. Yeah.
so yeah, bro. So people are there. It is the gangs from Disneyland.
So Disney has 20,000 employees, dude.
Wait, did you say Devil's Disciples?
Yeah,
No, I said Mickey's disciples.
Did you say that?
no. I mean no, but that's
Yeah, I
those,
made
those
that
are
shit
the
up.
gangs they have there. What's that one called?
The Matterhorn. That's a cool one.
The Matterhorns.
gang,
Yeah, bro.
that's
Those guys just hang around by the Matterhorn.
Space Mountain Cowboys.
I've taken my daughter like 3 times now, and now I'm going to have to look for these assholes.
But see that.
What you guys doing over here, dude?
So
they were talking shit about you over there at the teacups, man.
the
Do
Teacup
something.
Boys, dude.
yeah, man. But it was that was the last time I went to Disneyland, bro. I don't know if I could go
Fremont?
now because I couldn't get on the fucking the ride because I'm too big. My shoulders were too big for
You're robust, homie.
Harry Potter the ride, bro. The little broom.
Oh, really?
But Disneyland's not like shoulder strap fucking. It's more.
Wait a minute, I'm thinking about the wrong
You're
ride.
talking-
Harry Potter
that's
Universal.
Universal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Universal. That and fucking Magic
But
Mountain.
Disneyland was the first one, so it's still. I don't feel like they've updated their shit for bigger people. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
Yeah,
No.
it's out. It's back when like fucking guys had briefcases
Yeah.
and hats, you know, like
Yeah.
fucking dude, it's a whole time.
Mad Men.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mad Men days.
Remember when nobody said shit when people were coming down on Disney before the whole gate thing, because on the Pirates of the Caribbean there used to be a chubby lady with a fucking pork chop or a drumstick chasing a skinny little fucking
It's
pirate.
a turkey leg.
Yeah, she didn't want to be with him, right? So they said that was fat shaming. So they got rid of that part of the pirate
They're
ride.
spinning like this.
Yeah. So there ain't no more. Yeah, the cannibals
that's
too.
right.
But they were always the first one to go PC because all those old pictures with them smoking cigarettes, those are all
But
gone.
There was an
What's up?
original on Pirates. There was one where a guy was chasing a girl and he was trying to like, I guess, you know,
Yeah,
rape
attack
her.
him.
Yes.
They got rid of that, and the fat lady chasing them.
Yeah.
Now it's a dog chasing the guy with a drumstick.
Yeah. So it's, but then in 50 years, dogs are gonna get mad. I don't know.
But that's also
they get
total
canceled, bro.
total like corporate universality where they want everybody to enjoy their product, right?
And that's what, yeah.
When you go to Disneyland, do they have Disney dollars you can buy, or gift certificates that are used only inside the Disneyland?
I'm
Gift card,
sure
right?
of that.
Shoot
I'm
bucks,
sure of
homie.
that.
Like Mickey bucks, huh?
There's
I
no way.
think-
There's
Yeah.
Like
Mickey money.
Gift
There's
card,
no
yeah.
way they're missing
fool,
out
what-
on
Yeah,
that.
hell.
Disney
When
dollars.
I was-
Mickey coin, huh?
rat money, homie.
when we moved to Disneyland, when we were kids, the first time, it was so fucking expensive, dude. Like I was a kid, but I could just tell with how expensive it was. Because now, if you're from California, you pay $150, and you could get in
For both parks?
for one park, I think.
That's what I'm saying. It's still
Yeah.
for an average family of 4.
It's $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of-
Parking, if you're commuting in, is expensive. If not, you're getting a hotel in the area. It's expensive.
You gotta
Taking
suck a dick
shuttles.
just for tickets, bro.
Yeah,
For
dude,
cotton candy, huh?
for churro, homie. Fuck, dude.
You gotta sell your body, bro, just for admission. But when I was there, my first time, and it was my dad said, "Fuck this." It was more like a carnival at Disneyland. You paid admission to get in, what, $10? And then when you got there, you had to buy a book of tickets for rides still.
I seen
There,
that.
they're right there. So the other good rides were letter A, which were the Matterhorn and Space Mountain, and B, and then C, and then E, and you give the guy the ticket. And that shit was expensive right there, dude.
Damn, dude. So there's a video you can watch, you can hear online. I'll watch. So do you remember that one building that used to spin for a while? It was now it's
Haunted
like
Mansion?
no, now it's Avengers something. But it used to be a big round building that used to spin. This girl's
Ghost Tower?
it wasn't Ghost Tower. It was in Tomorrowland. This girl's hair got caught, and they couldn't save her. And you could they had to watch her die because they couldn't stop that. So now
I
that
thought nobody
building-
died in Disneyland.
I mean, technically she didn't
They
die, but she
pronounced
got
her
They don't
dead.
pronounce it
crushed,
dead
bro.
again.
I think you can find the YouTube video where she's screaming to death and just
You can hear it?
yeah,
People
dude.
recorded it?
People recorded that shit. Yeah,
There's
How
a
long?
leak
This
in
had
there.
to be
this must have been
cell
like
phone era.
2005, 2006. So like the girl got crushed. So now that building it doesn't move anymore. It doesn't rotate anymore.
Have you?
Jesus
Are you a member of the
Fucking
private?
Rapunzel over here.
Just
huh?
have you heard of the club,
Aladdin.
the 33 Club at Disneyland?
Club.
Is that
Club
that
33,
real
yeah.
expensive restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sonic.
are you part of
Heard
that?
it.
No, but I went there one time because the girl I used to date, she used to work for a Disney corporate, and
Fuck that
they knew
bitch.
people Fuck that bitch. They knew people
Stop following me. I
there.
didn't do nothing.
And when I went in there, fucking people would say, "Oh yeah, fucking Johnny Depp's always in there eating."
Sure he
There's
is, bro.
nobody there, bro.
Fuck
Fucking-
no. I just
Is
seen a
that the
bunch
one
of fucking...
above the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Right there.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
I saw.
That's what that is.
During the
See no one in
pandemic,
there.
during the
There's never
pandemic,
anyone
when
in
nobody
there.
could go to
Fuck no.
Disneyland, there was a viral video of the lady from Huntington Beach. She went to the Club 33, and she was like bragging about these bomb
sliders.
Monte Cristo sandwiches, and they were delicious, bro. They were fat, full of cheese, dipped in jelly, dog.
But you could get those at the Blue Bayou. But
Bayou.
Blue Bayou, it's like 6
Bayou,
months.
but
How do you know? Are you into Disney like that?
I used to go to.
He's on
'cause-
Peter Pan, bro.
He's an aficionado. He still talks about the girl from Disney till this day.
No, because the girl used to- she a Disney
Wendy.
corporate, so it was Disney Wendy.
Wendy, yeah.
So yeah, so we used to get free Disney stuff.
An Ariel.
Now,
Quit, right? No more Peter Pan?
I mean, we broke up, so that was I quit on my Peter.
No, just peanut butter.
I think every Peter Pan, every peanut butter, every Peter
Peanut Pan?
Pan is a girl they hire there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They're
not a dude.
slender. They could run around.
Yeah.
So people are like, I get emails every once in a while because there's these people, from LA, they're trying to get a lot of this might help them. They're trying to get a lot of movement going because I guess Chavez Ravine, of course, they used to be a big back in 1940 something. They used to be a neighborhood off the 110 called Chavez Ravine, which is where Dodger Stadium is now. So somebody says, just some people go, yeah, bro, they built Dodger Stadium on top of my grandfather's elementary school. Well,
of his
long
stoop.
story short, that land was sold to the city to make low-income housing projects for low-income people, right? And it was very popular at the time. They were buying those houses off those people, but the land was bought. And then like they were offering those people, hey man, here's whatever money.
$10,000.
Huh?
I think it was $10,000.
Here's $10,000. It started at $10,000 to buy their homes, and then a lot of them said no. So then the person that was supposed to do the deal to do public housing there, they started calling him a communist. So he was on trial for the communist things, under MacArthur and all that. So the whole deal broke out, and the city just kept the money and they kept the land. So a couple of years later, Walter O'Malley, Walter O'Malley from the Dodgers, he moved the Dodgers from Brooklyn, and he's deciding where should I put the new Dodger Stadium at. Then the city said, well, we got this land we took from this fucking Pinky, from this communist guy.
It was a councilwoman from that area.
Yeah, so we'll fucking give you this land cheap on $1. There's a couple of people there, but we could just have them move. So then they offer those people again this time, not $10,000, probably $5,000 for their homes, and they didn't want to leave. So now it became property domain, right?
Public domain.
Public domain.
Eminent
domain now.
Public domain is more for like
Yeah, so it became eminent domain. That means that if they want to, like if America wants to build a subway there or a freeway or
whatever
a train,
the government wants
or a nuclear
right.
weapon, you got to move, bro. It's over now. They offered you this. Now you're in the streets. So the sheriff came in and dragged those people out because they're going to build Dodger Stadium. But don't forget, man, it wasn't Walter O'Malley. It wasn't Peter O'Malley who said, send those sheriffs over there and kick those people out. It was the city of Los Angeles, man.
Yeah.
It was the councilwoman at the time. It was the guy. It was a lot of drama behind this. So these people ran inside Dodger Stadium with a sign, screw you guys. You guys took our land, recently, right?
Oh, is that right?
So it's like their grandkids then.
So their grandkids, whatever, right? So I get tagged all the time, right?
Do something, Felipe.
Do something, right?
You and Ryan.
Use your
So
power.
long story short,
Bring some awareness, homie.
so
80 years later.
so now they have LGBTQ night, and now everybody's protesting the Dodgers anyways, bro. So those guys should have said that the Dodgers are gay anyway. So
Bad timing.
bad timing.
That's what happened there.
So those people for Chavez Ravine should get together with the people who are against LGBTQ. Do your fans ever hit you up like that? For policies? For Baltimore?
Anything for Baltimore, yeah. They're like, you should do something, you know. Brian, when you see this thing about Freddie Gray, I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do about Freddie Gray?
For real?
Yeah.
No way.
You got to spread awareness. I'm like, I think people are
it has
fucking
national
pretty
attention,
aware.
bro.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
National
deep.
Guard's down in there right now. I'm pretty sure they got it. Pretty sure they got it. Dude.
So I was gonna say, so back then,
No.
like $10,000 in the mid '50s is equivalent to almost $108,000.
$108,000. Yeah.
Not bad,
That's
dude.
not bad, dude.
But it's also
But these people, but you gotta remember, these people, all they know is this neighborhood, though. It's
Yeah.
hard to leave what you love. Cause my mom lives in the housing project right now, right? She ain't moving, bro. She don't want to move.
That's her
Nobody wants her.
livelihood, dude.
You know.
Nobody wants it.
And,
There's no Zillow back
They
then.
offered my mom. They offered my mom in the big. Everybody who used to live in Aliso Pico Gardens project, which is the like 200 and something residents, bro. Like from First Street, actually from the 101 freeway on Anderson all the way to 6th Street, 7th Street, bro. By the 5 and the 60, that's a lot of housing projects. They offered everybody there the same, I think, $9,000 or $10,000 to get the fuck out. You know.
In the mid '50s.
No, now. No, now. These people did not own these housing projects.
Oh shit.
It's like the city said, listen, man, we're going to destroy these piece of shit cockroach projects to make newer ones. So they were offering them everybody $10,000 to move.
See, if you're just
to
renting,
get
that's
out.
not bad, dude. Because you can.
You're just renting, bro.
That's last month, bro.
I'd be in Lancaster.
Yes, a lot of them.
I'll be in Palmdale.
Yeah.
or
I'll be in
San
Ontario.
Yes, a lot of them moved to Moreno Valley.
Yeah, bro.
They moved to Lancaster. They moved to Arizona.
I'd be in Gorman.
And
right
my
there,
mom
down
was
the
one of
fire.
those people that said, no, I'm not moving.
But what did they want to build there?
New housing projects.
And because
Modernize
she's
them.
and other people said no, they couldn't.
They could, but what they did with my mom was they
did?
They're going to do what they want to
Like
do.
my mom was living here, they destroyed that side. And by the time they got to my mom's side, that side was already being built. So they moved her ass to the new one. And then later on, when they destroyed her neighborhood and built a new neighborhood, they moved my mom back to her neighborhood.
They made them like condos, though.
But they're condos, bro, with 3-bedroom condos with a fucking dryer and a washing
Nicer than my
machine
place.
and a refrigerator.
Ran out of room, man.
2 bedroom, 2 beds, bro. And these motherfuckers still want more, bro.
Those are nice. They're nice and updated.
Well, see, that's the opinion of the day. They still want more.
Bro, and like,
Anyway.
and,
How they pay you when the shit's not yours? I've been gone. Thanks for the.
and do they do that in Mexico?
Huh?
Do they do that in Mexico?
Come on, fool.
Yeah,
They're barely
right.
starting to pay taxes in Mexico,
Do
bro.
they do that in Baltimore? Offer people.
Yeah, they do. But they'll take it from you. So here's what they did in Baltimore a while back. And this was around, at least definitely around the new, like the Inner Harbor really built up. That's the touristy area. That's our 3rd Street Promenade.
Is that where you have the? I saw it on television one time. I saw the whole thing
Aquarium,
on
the
Baltimore.
Constellation,
The fucking
the ship, Camden Yards.
Top Golf?
no. They have a minor league team there.
Not in Baltimore.
No, because I saw
Got the
Baltimore.
Orioles in Baltimore.
Because I saw a minor league team in that area
Well,
where
Ripken,
they got the fucking they got crab. They serve crabs, bro, in a bag.
yeah, Ripken, I don't know about his place, but he made all these mini stadiums. Just a mini Fenway, a mini Camden Yards, a mini
I
Yankee
think he owns
Stadium.
Probably what you're
one of
talking
them.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Maryland, instead of, it used to be Babe Ruth when I grew up. Now it's Ripken. They changed to Babe Ruth. to
Baltimore. it was-
How'd they do the
it was-
Bambino
They
like
were the
that?
Baltimore Red Sox, right?
Bambino's from Baltimore.
Well, so were the Baltimore
Ruth did.
Colts, bro. Moving in the middle of the night.
Bro, don't even who you telling. I was supposed to. I told the story on this.
Bro,
Is Not Happening.
bro, tell us, cause see, people don't know that, bro. Like people always get mad at, oh, the fucking Dodgers are moving, the Raiders are moving, the Raiders are moving,
The Browns did that shit.
the fucking Oakland A's are moving to the fucking Las Vegas, but they got they got notice, you know. Hey man, we're gonna fucking move their team,
Press conference on.
their team, bro. They moved like fucking thieves, bro.
It was like Watergate.
no, they moved in the middle. what was the feeling when
Like
it
the
happened,
whole-
It
bro?
was
tell
like
you,
Farrah
I-
Fawcett
I
in the
told the
burning
whole
bed,
story
homie.
on-
They just left that night.
It was terrible because I have 2 brothers. I have a twin brother who's a fraternal
way.
twin. We don't look anything alike, and a younger brother. And my dad would take us to the training camp back in the day in Owings Mills, Maryland, and they would train out in Western Maryland for the early part. And this was back when you could just sit right on the hill on the sideline. There's no eBay doesn't exist. That nobody's selling helmets and you know what I mean, making businesses out of it.
Nobody had merch.
Nothing. So I'm playing catch with this receiver. He asked me if I wanted to play catch. His name was Raymond Butler. And while we're playing, he's like, we're in the season now. But what do you think? He was an Oriole. What do you think about maybe being one of the ball boys next year? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm 10.
What a nana.
So I say fall turns to winter, and I turn 11, and like 2 weeks later, I'm dead asleep in my bed, and my dad comes up and wakes all of us up, and he's like, get downstairs right now and watch this TV. The Colts are leaving Baltimore. When you're waking up to you don't even know what that means as a kid. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we go down, and we're just watching the Mayflower moving trucks in the middle of the night. Move the whole team out of Baltimore.
Your heart into pieces.
Not only did we not have
Johnny
a warning.
United was crying, bro.
Dude, not only did we not have a warning.
Don't forget the coat.
If you watch the 30 for 30, it's called The Band That Wouldn't Die. It's the first one that kicked off the whole 30 for 30 series. Barry Levinson, the director, is a Baltimore dude. Talks about the Baltimore Colts marching band that made it all the way, and they're now the Ravens band. But it's a whole story of how they snuck out in the middle of the night. And the owner was Irsay, whose son Jim owns the Colts. His father owned the Baltimore Colts, named Robert Irsay, and he was a drunk. And he would come off. I'm not kidding you. There's video footage of the mayor, Donald Schaefer, meeting him coming off a plane at BWI. And he's like, what are you doing coming back from Arizona? He's like, I was never in Arizona. I don't know who told you I was in Arizona. And this motherfucker just walked off a plane from Phoenix. They're talking to him when he got off the plane from Phoenix. And he's like, I was never in Arizona. And it was then he was talking about selling it to Phoenix before the Cardinals went out there. And then it went to Indianapolis. And a lot of us, I didn't even know what this, I knew Annapolis, that's our capital. Never heard of Indianapolis. So there goes the ball boy gig, there goes our team, there goes everything, and we don't get another team until 96.
Fuck.
God.
And I was not a fan of getting
dirty as fuck.
Yeah, and I wasn't a fan. And then we were also pissed because, the Baltimore Colts, they won the 58 championship game, is they call the greatest game ever played, the first overtime sudden death against the Giants. Then you've got Unitas coming in and changing the game with a 2-minute drill. No one was passing like that back then. They're all fucking running. And
mad bombs.
This dude comes in, wins the Super Bowl, and loses the fucking Namath in '69 with that bullshit, I guarantee it stuff. But wins in '70 against the Colts, or excuse me, the Cowboys, I think it is. So we've got Super Bowls, we've got championships. Then we don't get a team; they give us a Canadian team. Actually, before that, we got a USFL team. Philly Stars moved down to Baltimore. They win the USFL championship in Baltimore. Now you've got NFL championships, NFL Super Bowls, USFL championship. Then they don't give us another NFL team, but Carolina's getting one. What the fuck has Carolina ever done? Jacksonville, Florida's getting a team before we're getting a team.
They need teeth.
St. Louis and Phoenix, they keep going. St. Louis has had a team twice. They've had two motherfucking teams. They're gone. They're the Rams and the Cardinals now, right? We ain't getting a fucking team. So they give us a Canadian team. We get a CFL team. We try to call it the Colts. The NFL blocks it, so they go with the Stallions. Also, a little side note, people don't realize why. I just had to talk with my younger brother about this because my little nephew's into horse racing. But the reason they're called the Colts is because horse racing is very popular in Maryland. We've got the Laurel Track in Pimlico, which is the second leg of the Triple Crown, is in Baltimore. So the Stallions come in. And I'm interning in college, and I get to go to every home game. And these fucking guys win the Grey Cup. We're the only team, only U.S. team to ever win the Canadian Grey Cup. Okay, so now we win that championship.
Thank you,
yeah.
Then they finally give us the Ravens. I'm not a fan of them giving us Cleveland's team because I knew how it felt when we lost our team, right?
So Cleveland Browns
are
left to become.
They literally left and became.
And the Browns kept the name.
Godell did the same shit that happened to you guys.
But he didn't. They had a long heads up. They had an opportunity to match his deal. But back then, the Cleveland Indians were huge. They were good. Major League was out, and they put all their money in on the Indians and Guardians, whatever. Back then, the Indians, and now Modell's like, this is my family business. I got to move. But what Modell does that I think is the class move and separates him from a lot of these guys that did this is that he left the name, the legacy, the stats in Cleveland so that Jamal Lewis or Ray Rice is never going to break a Jim Brown record. We're not the fucking Browns. So the reason they're the Ravens is because Edgar Allan Poe spent a ton of his life in Baltimore, wrote the Raven there, so we end up getting a good name. Win 2 Super Bowls with these motherfuckers. But the thing that pissed me off was Cleveland, except for being good in the early days, they didn't do shit. They still haven't. These motherfuckers
those
went
ugly
without
ass
a team
jerseys
for 3 years. That's it. We went without 12. These guys, they've gone seasons with no wins. They've had a top 5 pick for probably 20 fucking years, and they don't have. I don't think they've got one Hall of Famer out of it. Ozzie Newsome, it's got to hurt. Your Hall of Fame tight end comes to Baltimore, and his first draft is Jonathan Ogden and Ray Lewis. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. These motherfuckers don't have one. In all these years, look at all the quarterbacks these fucking clowns have had.
True, though.
All of them. Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, Couch, fucking, what was his name? The one that was going to be the Manziel, Johnny Manziel. Like, it's just clown after clown after clown. So, yeah, fuck Cleveland. So after that, boom, 99, they get their team. The next year we win a Super Bowl. It's poetic justice with the greatest defense in the history of the game ever. But yeah, so it was redemption because a lot of people still did root for the Colts. I'm like, that's like rooting for your ex-wife to hit the lotto. Like, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I hate the Colts. But not anymore. Now that we won the Super Bowl, it's over.
It's over, bro.
It's buried. But you see Peyton Manning beat the Johnny Unitas record. Johnny Unitas was never an Indianapolis Colt. The one that drives me the most nuts was when I would see Eddie George. Because the Oilers went to Tennessee, first season there, the Tennessee Oilers. Then they become the Titans. And it's like Eddie George beats a Earl Campbell record. How in the fuck is a Tennessee Titan beating Earl Campbell and the Houston Oiler record? How? So that's why I think what Modell did was great with leaving that team, that name, that legacy there. And I think that's worthy enough of being in the Hall of Fame, especially for everything he did for the game. But I know Cleveland hates him like we hate Ursa, yeah.
So you don't root for the Colts at all? No Edwin
The only time
James.
I root for – look, here's the thing that not having a team for 12 years did for me. It made me a fan of football. So I started liking the Seahawks, and that's Dave Craig and Steve Largent. Then the Raiders, and you got and they were L.A. back then, so you got Marcus Allen playing on
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Loved the Giants when they won the Super Bowl that year. Hostetler. Dave Meggett, you had Lawrence Taylor earlier on in the 80s. So I started to become a fan of football and football players. And then, I would never root for the Colts. But I think Peyton Manning's sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm not insane. Like, he's fucking great. Marvin Harrison was so good. That dude helped hide a gun that was involved in a murder, and nobody even fucking talks about it. Isn't it? Tom Segura and I talk about that all the time. Marvin Harrison's, I think it was his cousin or something. Look, will you look this up, please? Because it's like a weird James Bond style gun that there's like 12 in the world, and they're like, we're here to look for a gun at his cousin's car or his car wash where his cousin works, and his cousin's basically like, you mean that gun in that water bucket over there? And they go over and there's this gun, and he gets off this whole thing. No one ever fucking mentions it. He got involved in some shootout. I think he even clipped the guy or might have got him, and then nothing, just poof. Marvin Harrison isn't discussed.
Bro, when I was when I was playing Madden back in 2004 or 3 or 2, bro, I used to play with the Colts. They couldn't stop me and Manning and fucking Harrison, bro.
Yeah,
that passing game,
that fucking long ball,
and if
bro.
He missed, he got Reggie Wayne on the other side. I mean,
and that other guy too, Dallas.
That's right, Dallas Clark, the tight end. That's right. Yeah.
But that's an excellent dream team homeboy had.
He had a good team. He had a good team. He should have won. He should have won more Super Bowls, but I don't know what
doubt.
happened.
He never really had a great defense.
The guy who got shot was on trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how slick his team was.
Marvin.
No,
I'm telling you.
It's his fault for getting shot.
I'm telling you.
his legal team like fucking
Shady
reconfigured those fucking facts.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Victim
Shady.
who got shot was on trial.
So shady.
It's his fault, dude.
You
Get
playing
what you
the
pay for,
boy?
man.
If you're a Hall of
Yeah.
Famer, man, you get some.
Didn't that
passes.
one guy from
yeah, dude.
from
You talking about Ray Lewis?
not Ray Lewis? some guy shot himself in the leg, bro, at a club.
Oh, the New York Giants player.
Plaxico Burress.
Plaxico Burress.
Yeah,
Went
and then he
out.
got busted for it and prosecuted.
Yeah.
But that's during, what's his name, Bloomberg's fucking term.
Yeah, because he had a discharged firearm in a public place. That's what he got nailed for and shot himself. Could have killed himself, this motherfucker.
Yeah, that big-ass fucking artery right there. Adios, homie.
Those guys want to party, hot dogs, spend all that money.
They want
on
to party,
hookers.
but they also don't want to get jacked, dog.
Yeah. But imagine being 24 years old
Was
and
$2
that
million.
good at football. That
Yeah.
good, too.
You need 2
With
bodyguards
all
at
that
that
money.
point.
I remember watching the early when the Ravens were the first team that did Hard Knocks. When HBO would do that series, they were the first ones. Jamal Lewis tore his knee. Shannon Sharp was on the team that time, and there was a video of Ray
Another
Lewis
bad
going to the
motherfucker,
fucking
dude.
bank. And I mean, just wads of cash. And he's
Retarded
taking it
stacks.
and putting it in like a Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm like,
Damn.
what the fuck? And you're
Like
gonna
a
walk.
G,
I mean,
bro.
I don't know who's gonna mess with somebody like that, but still, like you're walking out of a bank with that.
It's a
kind of
risk,
money.
bro.
It's a
That
big
is,
risk. It's a
dude.
big risk.
You're waiting for a scene from the town to fucking pop up.
Nobody does that anymore, right?
What?
They
Hell
just
yeah,
walk
dude.
out like Walter.
Ollie's or what?
Ollie.
No, like a mad flex, some fool walking out of the bank with like fucking $250,000 in bags.
Hell no, bro.
I don't remember the last
only,
time
only,
I was
only,
in a bank.
only black comedians, bro.
Black?
They like to get paid in cash.
He's 100% right.
No, it's true though.
Half their cash up front. They like walk around money.
Chuck Berry style, baby.
Damn, dude.
What's up, fool? You got dates coming up?
I love it, dude. I don't know when this comes out, but watch my special.
It's live right now.
It's live right now. RyanSickler.
LIVA.
And all my dates I'm going to. I got a bunch of them. coming up.
Tacoma,
Go to
Washington. That's a badass club.
I got Appleton, Wisconsin. I've got a bunch already. We're putting on the books right now. I'm going everywhere.
Raza.
Live and alive. Come
yeah.
see me.
Also, man,
RyanSickler.com.
The History for Fools podcast is up. Me and Bush Escobar, we talk about, we're doing the history of serial killers all the way from, we were talking about World War II, bro. You know that American soldiers raped over 100,000 women, bro, during World War II.
Jesus.
Why do you think there's a bunch of half-breeds all over the world, bro?
And everybody that was
No.
even like if you, like the people the people who did the attacking and the sexual assaulting came back to America normal. The people who watched and didn't do shit about it, they're the ones that came back crazy.
They didn't let it out.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't
Dude,
let it out.
If you're ready to die, dude, look, like my homie, that one fool that I told you that this fool was in Iraq. He drove for a general, bunch of crooked
He
action.
was in Chirac.
But this fool told me straight up, he's all, listen, dude, all the older
he was from
dudes,
Baltimore,
when
bro.
I went to war, they're all, and when we were walking with them, doing infantry, he's all, every bitch in this fucking country owes me some pussy. And like, God, he's all,
Shut
I'm all, are you serious? He's all, man, you're talking about people that are seeing death every day. And I'm like, God. But that's the mentality of those older fools, and they pass it on to those younger fools, some of which take it on, some of which don't.
So we're talking about that on the History for Fools podcast. Go check it out.
Do you guys go
Yeah,
far
man.
back to Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Ripper, bro. Yeah,
He's
there
like
it
the
is right
first
there.
one, right? He's like one of the OGs.
Yeah, there's more before him, but there's also like because only in
wasn't recorded,
America,
huh?
only in America and Europe they were actually locked down like killers. But there was a time where
Documented.
like back then, like people that like they'll start eating people, man, and just call them a werewolf, even though
So
he's
they
not really a
can't-
werewolf.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're witches or shit like
They're
that, right?
witches.
Yeah.
Or a guy was like, anybody who read like a lot of the serial killers in the 70s, they became serial killer because they were already crazy. But also there was this magazine called Detective. I don't know if you remember the magazine Detective, and it would just show like a woman being strangled. What? True Detective. And then there'll be like a woman. The front cover of the True Detective was always like a hot blonde woman with big boobs. You can see her butt through her dress, and she's being strangled by a rope. And then there they go right there. And all the stories were about true crime that happened in America, where the woman was
Strangled, raped,
strangled, decapitated. And these magazines were all over the bookstores. They
No
got
shit.
they don't start them no more, but
Do you think it fed into that?
they were
Or like-
fuck yeah.
That's
They
what I'm
said-
saying. Influenced
It's
them.
like a domino effect.
yes, bro. Like,
yeah.
like the first person.
Mercenaries in the
Yeah, a lot of the people like who started reading about Dracula, they went out to buy people, bro.
Oh, so this
went
little
on the
kid, this
bike.
little 3-year-old, he's just trying to, he's a Dracula.
Fucking Frankenstein, bro.
There was a serial killer, bro. That
Influence, bro.
crazy motherfucker, bro. Like they talk about how he lured young people because I guess people were so damn poor that fool would just be hanging out and He'll give little kids candy. Hey man, you want to go hang out later on? We're gonna check out these comic books, and then he ends up eating one of them, bro.
God
and
damn,
the two
dude.
escape.
Christ.
That's
There's a
some
story
zombie
about a
shit,
guy
dude.
in Baltimore. Was it murder meat they called it or something? This dude he looks terrifying, but he had a roadside hamburger stand, and he murdered people, and he fed them to put them in his ground beef and fed them.
No.
Fed them.
The Baltimore Burger Strangler.
They say that a lot of hot dog
telling
shits
you.
in
Bob's
New York
Burgers,
have that
homie.
shit.
I'm
Like,
telling you.
There he
Mom,
is.
There he is.
There
Look at him. He looks like a serial killer. Look at him.
Butch, eh?
God.
Hey,
Look
bro.
at him, dude.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm a son of Cain.
That is what I think of a serial
Baltimore
killer when I
Burger.
see
Oh
that
my
picture. Look at him.
God,
Look at that
dude.
one where he's like, look at that one right
It's
there.
fucking terrifying.
Look
His
at
name
that.
is Jason Thomas Scott.
He murdered people and ground them up and put them into burgers and then sold them to unknowing people.
But were they good though?
I heard they were the best. I heard they were the
Right? Ever had a burger in Baltimore?
Like in The Simpsons, a Halloween episode when they eat the students.
Ronald
That
Lee
was-
Moore, another one.
best. Ronald. I'll tell you something. Can I tell you this real quick?
Yes.
man.
I have a Patreon. I call it the Honeydew with Y'all. It's like what I did with you, but it's with regular people, and it's the wildest fucking stories. Today's story, I talked to a guy whose college roommate goes home on spring break, okay? Before he goes home on spring break, he's sleeping in the house. This dude is roommates with this guy and two of his childhood friends, right? I'm the new guy coming into your threesome, basically. We're all going to rent the house together. I don't know him, but I know you guys. But you vetted him because you've known him your whole life. So
He's a homie.
So he thinks, all right, I guess this guy's fine to live with. So the dude ends up leaving their home and going home on spring break. And when he's home on spring break, he starts telling now he's got a half-brother. They share a mom. But his stepfather's been in his life since he's 5. They're in college now. So he goes home and tells his brother, I think Dad's going to leave Mom, and we got to kill him to stop him. His brother's like 15 or 16.
God
He's
damn,
like,
dude.
dude, you're fucking insane. So he fucking murders his own brother, kills him for not helping kill the dad because he now knows what he's going to do to the dad.
Anger issues.
Okay. Mom comes home. Now, remember, this is the woman he wanted to protect originally. Stabs her in the throat, brutally murders her. His reason is because I didn't want her to see what I did to her son.
God, dude, what the fuck?
Sits waiting for the dad to come home. This guy's calling his wife. She's not answering. He comes home, but he's like a little nerdy fucking book guy, okay? Good student, yeah, like you.
I don't.
And he knows.
Paperboy.
He knows he
Paperboy.
can't fucking take the dad. So he tasers him and murders him brutally. Drives back the 2 hours where he's at in school, comes in, blood all over him, hand gushing, works at a truck stop, and he's like, I was helping this guy change his tire and slice my hand. Goes upstairs,
Story.
goes to fucking sleep.
That's a good cover up.
Okay? Middle of the night, cops come in, kick the fucking doors open. None of them know what the fuck's going on. They take him out in Maine. It's Maine in February in their underwear. They're laying out in the snow till they figure out what the fuck's going
The
on.
whole roomies too?
Yeah.
God damn.
They find out that this dude went and did this and then set the house on fire, tried to burn his dead family and get rid of the evidence, but he shut all the doors. They were able to get in, put the fire out. He listens. He's telling someone this story 6 months ago, and someone says, like, I guarantee you there's a Murderpedia. You probably know about it. Yeah, I just found out about this today. So he says he types the guy's name in on Spotify. Boom, there it is. Listens to the episode, and what he finds out that he never knew is the guy says, I fought voices in my head telling me to kill people every fucking day. Every person I met,
The son of Sam over here,
I wanted to
reincarnated.
fucking kill. And he said, and what I would do is I would take walks to just get myself away from that situation. And the dude goes, Ryan, one of the things I would tell you about this dude is that he always took walks. And when I'm looking back on him now, like, holy shit, this guy wanted to kill us. And the guy says, you ready for this shit?
What?
He says, well, I didn't plan on going to kill my family. I planned on killing everyone in the house I lived with. But
Thank you, bro.
I overslept,
shit.
and they all got up and went to work. So he went, and this guy's like, holy shit, I was going to be fucking killed that day. And he's just finding out now.
On Murderpedia.
From 15 years ago.
Damn.
No, the guy did a podcast. Somebody interviewed him in prison. And he said every day. And he was going to kill all those, even his own buddies.
the
Gonna-
fuck
and
is
his girlfriend was going to kill all of them. And they fucking overslept. That's the only thing that saved this dude's life.
What's
and then he
it-
went and murdered his fucking family. It's insane.
What's in the water over there, fool?
$5
Hey,
a month, y'all.
dude.
Honey, do it, y'all.
Damn.
It was 1998, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Cock, I had a knife. It was the size of a fucking VW bug.
Survivor knife. It had a couple.
It had a grip, yeah, for a Cuban hand.
I had another dude that fucking
Jesus,
solved an
bro.
18-year-old cold case. He was a land surveyor on 2 Christmases ago. He's in Illinois. It's dawn. Excuse me. It's dawn. Sun's coming up, and it's still a little dark. He's out in the middle of this fucking wilderness, and he steps on a rock, and the rock spins around, and it's 2 eyes staring at him. And he said he fucking hauled ass back to his work truck. He said, I wasn't thinking. He's thinking the murderer's still there. I said, this motherfucker ain't sitting around long enough to let a body decay. He said he threw up all over the side of his work truck. He called the police. The police came. His dad was a surveyor. I said, I'll bet you this is every land surveyor's like wet fucking dream. He's like, oh yeah. He said, I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, I just found a skull. And his dad goes, you lucky son of a bitch. Like his dad had been doing it for 30 years or
Found
some
nothing.
shit. So the cops come. They tell him, don't fucking touch anything. Don't go anywhere near it. They pick the skull up. They fucking shake it. Bullet casing. Bullet still in it. They tie it to the boyfriend's gun. Dude's in prison for something else. They're able to put the murder on him and finalize it. And in 3 days, they were about to fucking bulldoze all that land to build a mall. And he said those bulldozers would have pushed that skull so far down, you never would have fucking found it. And right before it happened, this dude solves the whole case.
From surveyor to snitch.
Yep.
Damn,
Ace
dude.
Surveying investigator.
Called him a snitch.
That's crazy shit, dude. Fuck, bro. That's wild, man.
There's so many fucking
I would
stories.
have never
like
found that
dude.
motherfucker, bro.
So many. No.
What's up, full dates, Philip? June 2nd to June 4th, Atlanta Punchline. June 16th to the 18th, Milwaukee Improv. July 30th to July 1st, Toledo, Ohio. July 21st, Las Vegas, man. July 22nd, New York, Sony Hall. July 26th, Montreal Comedy Festival.
Yeah, that's a great
I don't know how I'm going to be there, but I'm doing a Spanish show with Carlos Barriata, and I'm doing my own show in English
On the 26th.
on the 26th, July 26th. August 3rd to the 6th, Oxnard, tickets at FelipeWorld.com. Well, so you're back, bro. How's your back?
My back almost fucking killed me, man. I went in for surgery in January.
Oh, you did surgery?
Yeah.
What happened?
I had a small. So I've told this so many times, but I'm gonna tell you the quick version.
We got bad back right here.
Yeah, 15 years old. I fuck it up in weight training. We had a weight training class, and it was if you could get 500 squat and 300 bench, your name's going on
damn,
the wall,
bro.
right? So
Hall of Fame,
and
huh?
you get a shirt to walk around school and let everybody know I'm strong. I'm not fucking smart. So we're in there just racking these weights, and so many of us. I still talk to guys from high school. We've all fucked our backs up.
500 pounds?
500 squat, 300 bench. I never got to a 500 squat. I got to
300
a
pound
little over
weights?
400.
Yeah,
300
that's a
bench.
grip too,
yeah.
though, bro. Fuck that.
So I fucked my back up, and it's just been injured throughout the years. I've done pain maintenance, the epidurals. I've done everything you can
Yoga,
think of.
all that
Yoga,
bullshit.
Pilates,
Stretching.
stretching, all of it.
Massage. All that shit.
Acupuncture, anything that anybody
Hong
goes, have you
Kong.
ever tried? I
Happy
want to be like,
endings.
yeah, motherfucker, I've tried it. So I got to a point where I met this surgeon. He said, if your quality of life is affected, then I'll operate on you. But I don't want to do it because it is surgery. I said, great. I headlined the Troubadour last year, and for the first time in my life, I couldn't feel either of my legs on stage. Usually I can't feel my left, and I'll rock back like this.
So it's that bad. So
I sat on a stool. I'm not a sit on a stool comedian. For the first time in my career, I sit on a stool. I go in to get the surgery. There's a complication with it where there's a small bleed. They open me back up to fix it. Great. But I tell them that I've got a genetic blood disease that I found out about in 2016 because I clotted, and it's called Factor V Light, and it just means that my blood is thick, syrupy. I can't lay still. And I tell everybody this. They give me these fucking calf pumps. I tell everybody.
You need to take blood thinners, or
no, it's just the way his blood is.
Should have been taking them from the first incident, but that doctor's opinion was he was in his 50s and he found out he had it. And he said, it's my belief that if I give them to you now, reset you, you won't have to take them. You're too young to be on blood thinners. Okay. So I wear compression pants to fly, socks, all that bullshit, right? I'm the guy in the back stretching and all that. Well, they let me lay. The shit's not healing. They let me lay for 8 or 9 days. And my lungs clot. On MLK Day, I almost die. I collapse on the bed. I tell them what's happening. My heart swells. I've got massive clots all in my lungs. And now they're like, fuck your back. We need to save your life. 4 surgeons tell me there's no reason I'm alive. I'm so lucky to be alive. And I spent the month of January in Cedars-Sinai this year on my back recovering from clotting because I laid so long from the surgery.
God damn.
So be careful if you're going to do a surgery, man.
And this is all stems from the weightlifting from when you were a teenager?
35 years ago, and I'm finally getting it fixed. And he said that because it was so old, my nerves had hardened and grew around my spine, and they were squeezing my spine. L3, 4, and 5 were gone. He had to re-drill them. He had to put there's some kind of casing around our nerves that was gone. He says he rebuilt that. So I'm still doing physical therapy. I just lifted 45 pounds, like a bunch, for the first time this week. But I'm still, like, I'm lucky I'm alive. I'm able to get around and do my job. But I just kicked off my tour in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's the first time I've stood for an hour on stage. And then I had to do a meet and greet. But I'm still in pain. I still feel numbness down my leg. Like, I don't know if the shit worked or not yet.
And what was the longest period of time you spent on the floor, like not being able to get up before you did your surgery?
At its worst?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There were days, I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I would move, you know what I'm talking about. I would get in my car and I would just shimmy millimeters to find a sweet spot where I, honest to God, wouldn't cry and drive myself to work without trying to kill somebody. Like, it was, what helped me after that was epidurals. Have you ever done that?
No, dude, because the thing that helps me is icing.
So if it does, then don't fuck with anything else.
Because I have an uncle that told this whole thing with his blood, and also he had like 3 surgeries already. He's like, dude, don't even fuck with it. He's like, your shit ain't that bad. You're fucking around eating shit on a bike. You know what I mean? But yeah, it hits me like the longest time, probably about 2 months ago, is when I fucking had that little like a week stretch when it was just like fucked up. And this one in 1 or 2 days, and just like, all right, cool.
Well, I'm learning right now, dude. None of us know how to walk right, breathe right, or stand properly. None of us.
Or shit right.
None
Posture,
of us.
all that shit matters, bro.
And that's what they're telling me. They're like, look, nobody does it right. So people are teaching you how to walk when you're a baby. Like, hey, step it. But nobody's telling you your foot should strike like this and you should breathe like this. Nobody tells us that. So literally at 50, I'm learning how to walk properly, breathe properly, and stand properly. They're like, we all stand and lead with the belly. He's like, it ain't about this shoulder shit back. It's all about your pelvis and just booty up. He always says, tilt that ass up, not out, up. And then you can feel the difference when you stand.
You look like
pain-free.
a caveman, right?
But I'm telling you, I know this is not exciting.
If you were heavier, your back would be more fucked up, right?
Yeah, of course. And I got heavier too. I lost a bunch of weight. And then these pills I were taking, the guys like, these pills make you gain weight. And I'm like, boom, I threw those fucking things out yesterday. I can't do it. But like I said, I'm able to get around. I'm lucky to be alive. I can tour, I can work, but I'm nowhere. I've got a long year ahead of me. The clots live in your lungs until your body gets rid of them. I didn't know that.
Wow.
So I
It's
got
over time.
I'm a lab rat the rest of the year. I see an oncologist, a hematologist, a pulmonologist, a spinal surgeon. I see all these fucking people nonstop.
Well, fuck it, dude.
So
Amen to
be
you,
careful.
brother.
But the epidurals, some people it'll last 3 months, 6 months. The last one I got lasted me 7 years.
Oh damn!
It really did. And then it got bad again where I couldn't move. And I don't fuck with pills. I don't like the painkillers at all. They gave me 30 when I left in January. I still have 2 left. I only take them if there's an absolute, like, I can't get up. Then I know now, like, hey, don't be a fucking hero. Take the medicine, let your body settle, and then ice heat, and boom. So that's how my back is. It's fucked up. It almost killed me.
So you're in high school, you were trying to pick up how much when you fucked it up?
It wasn't real. I don't really remember the weight. It was more about them not teaching us
How to lift.
Properly.
Right. When you squat, you're not supposed to look down at the ground. You're supposed to do everything up and keep your back. But we're all bending over under there and we're lifting it off
Punch
the
that
rack
biggest
and then
fucking
going
weight
down,
and get a record,
you
dude.
know, because we're young and dumb and full of cum. And it
Yeah.
matters to us in class.
No coach.
I did more than Felipe today in my squat. Okay, well, that's going to cost you in your 50s.
Oh, that testosterone. You're just trying to fucking
Stupid.
man up somebody else.
Flex,
dude.
homie.
How much you could lift, bro?
Like, yeah, I
Not
haven't
even a book.
I haven't gone to the gym in a while, dude.
How about a page?
Yeah.
Somebody sent us $5 on YouTube.
That's
Oh,
nice.
hell yeah, dude. $4.99, dude. Hell yeah.
$4.99.
YouTube takes their penny.
$4.99, right? Yeah.
After the deductions,
$5.
or what?
Hell yeah.
What's up, man? Thank you, everybody who came out to see me at the Miami Improv. A lot of podcast
Coño.
listeners, man. It was beautiful. It was hot over there. I ate Cuban food all week.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, man, those beans on those rice, dude, from La Carreta.
The classic plate from La Carreta.
Man, dude.
We ate at a Cuban restaurant we always go to. It's called La Carreta. It's on 8th Street, and they serve like there's Cuban food on every corner, man. And
Now I want to go. They're
and a
asking me to
car
come
lot.
down. I've never done the Miami Improv.
It's
I-
nice,
You're gonna have
man.
fun, bro.
I love Cuban food.
Nice
man.
and tropical
It's
down
a
there.
shit, bro.
I love.
What was that plate you have? The classico? What do you have on it?
It has a yuca, but it has yuca and like ajo, which is different than the fried. But it also has picadillo. It has rice. It has beans. It has lechon, and a quarter of a tamal. Yeah,
And a
What else, Philip?
ham croqueta.
and a croqueta. That was it.
There is right there.
There
It's
it
bomb
is.
as fuck, dude.
Segura took me to a place years ago. I think it's we all went because we used to do. Remember the M Bar? Do you remember
Yeah.
that place back in the
Yeah.
day? Right next door to the M Bar
Doomies was right
used
there.
to be Il Floridita. it was
Still
called.
there.
La
Is it?
Floridita.
La Floridita.
Yeah. They have dancing on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Jose Pui
On a
was
floor
Yeah,
that's
Jose
the
Pui was
size
there.
of this cup, and
Yeah,
30
bro.
motherfuckers are in there
Yeah.
spinning.
That
I was
was
like,
just
God
popping,
damn.
dude.
Yeah, bro.
Always. It's this big, and
Very
they are in there,
little.
but their food is fantastic.
And I think I want to say
some
the
of my
weekend they
favorite
have
Cuban
they
now.
have
Still
a
there.
buffet food. It's still there. I only went to the dance.
You can't park there though.
Hell no.
No, hell
you ain't
no.
getting in that line.
Somebody gets towed. That's it, bro.
You gotta park far
that was a
from
good
there.
spot.
La Floridita.
You gotta
That's
park
a
on
spot.
Fountain.
That's a
Yeah,
spot. If you like
dude.
dancing and you like food,
You know
that's
who
a
was
spot.
there a lot when he was with the Dodgers? Jose Pui.
Oh, yeah? He would go there a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know the spot. See? You surprised about that one,
That
ain't
was
you?
a spot.
that's a good
All right,
spot.
but let me ask you, the food in Miami, is it as good, comparable, better?
Oh yeah, it's just that. It's a little bit better.
Oh, you know why it's
That
better?
much better.
The weather.
because the ladies there, they talk to you, bro, like they're your son. Like
Yeah.
they'll tell you, "Come here, my darling, my treasure, my castle. Sit down." Like,
Yeah.
like they were calling Rachel Wolfson. Shout out to Dirty Vegas. They were calling her Caricia, Preciosa, Linda, Bella,
Niña.
Niña, Bebé, La Nene.
Yeah, all these endearing terms.
Our endearing term, like, put it this way, and now you could get canceled, Hollywood. With all
If
those
you're a
things.
guy saying that to a girl, like, yeah, like, it's like saying, "Hey, honey," or
Caballero, por favor, siéntate, por favor.
yeah, "Hey, sweetie," you know,
Hey,
like that.
sweetie. Preciosa, linda.
Yeah. If you're a woman, you can say that to like somebody, but like if you're a guy, it sounds kind of creepy. Like, ugh. Like we're in the hotel, we're watching those.
¿Qué
old-
quieres, mi tesoro? Más café, por favor.
Oh, the dating game.
The dating show with fucking Richard
Oh,
Dawson.
we're watching
Oh, dude,
we're
when he used to
watching the
tongue the
we're-
women on
Yes,
top of
yeah.
we're watching
dog.
we're watching the old Family Feud, and you could tell that they were uncomfortable, bro. Oh, and there was a girl that she was at least 16 or 15, and he kissed her too, but he don't just kiss him. When he goes back and while he's asking them their question, he's holding their hand and playing with their fingers.
Yeah, he'll pull him in.
He'll pull them in, and you can tell that those ladies are uncomfortable. Except that he didn't kiss that black family, bro.
No, I've seen
didn't?
I've seen videos. He kissed everybody, bro. I've seen another
That feels
video.
like
a
David
compilation.
Koresh, huh? He didn't.
Look,
get
look,
the
look,
black
look.
ones
He's
pregnant.
kissing
bro.
everybody. Look,
Look.
what? Look, what?
Look at that.
Who did-
Richard
Oh,
Dawson.
She
on
wanted
back.
it, bro.
She
She
was-
wanted to be a star, though.
Oh.
Shit.
Take me to your safe room,
And,
Richard.
and the guys
Yeah.
were just standing there like fucking. They couldn't do shit.
That's
you
my
know?
wife.
You see,
Was my
that was a black. See, there you go.
Yeah,
he
there
didn't
is.
That's my
discriminate,
spirit
bro.
animal, dog.
He was a ladies' man.
Meanwhile,
dog.
Steve Harvey, bro, can't even get nothing.
Jose.
Look at that. See?
You could never do this shit today. One of those.
Look,
and
man.
one of those, and it's over.
You know that
I'm
food
gonna
smell
fuck
like,
your wife real quick. You go with that?
Hell yeah.
that food smell like cognac and fucking cigarettes.
And they smoked back there, and,
They
and he
did.
drank, so his breath like stunk like.
Even the older ones, they would smoke on
Look,
the,
what's
at the
up,
podium.
baby? Yeah,
right
man.
there. It was
Look at him. Got a
sponsored by
little
Lucky
boot grab right
Cigarettes.
there.
A little Tic Tac will clear that up.
Hey, what's up, hey? Okay.
Oh, even
he
the
got the old
Grammy.
How
lady.
about you, Dolly?
He smelled like pastrami
He
vodka.
just got
God,
sickle
bro.
cell.
Damn.
Get
Look
over
at
here,
that.
Larissa.
I gotta hold my show.
He's all red-faced.
Maggie.
All right. Look, he's holding her hand on. He's holding her hand right there.
He's holding his end.
And then Rachel was so fucking shocked. Like, what?
She
never
never
seen
seen
her
her
yet.
before.
This is your grandfather.
They didn't know what we went through.
That was good. I remember I saw
Slim
that
Pickings,
on
huh?
TikTok. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I went like in a rabbit hole. Like,
What is that? That's a straight pimp, homie.
I That's crazy, dude.
That's what that is.
Richard Dawson.
Richard
Oh, yeah.
Dawson.
Was he
dude.
like supposedly in the CIA or some shit too, right?
Liar.
No, wait, you're not wrong. What was the movie where the
That was the guy from
not Family Feud, but
Mr. Bean? No.
No. What's his name? Fuck, dude.
The Gong Show.
that's it.
Yeah.
Gong Show.
Who played him, dude?
Chuck
Yeah,
Berry.
Chuck
But it was
Berry.
Sam Rockwell that played him.
But
in the
supposedly
movie,
these
I
guys
think.
would have like orgies and shit together.
No, this guy in that movie about the guy from Hogan's Hero. They're in one of the orgies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wearing a hat and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah,
Good at
dude.
movie.
Focus is a good one. Is that Greg Kinnear? Is that the one
Yeah.
where he plays?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're nut clacking and shit.
All right.
Willem Dafoe, bro. He's like the
Yes.
camera guy.
Yes.
And he's working for the studios and he's selling televisions, but then they turn to color and he's colorblind. He's done.
The horny goblin. homie.
Imagine, bro, you're selling televisions, but now you're colorblind and they're bringing colors and you can't work no more.
Damn.
Yeah, that would suck.
No technology for you, puppy.
I do sound now.
He adapted, bro. AI didn't take his job.
AI, dude.
What's up, fool? Podcast.
Yeah, man.
You still do your podcast, the Paperboy one?
Rizzopedia?
You need to come back. You've only done the honeydew once. You need to come
Yeah, I
back.
only did it once.
Come back on. I want you back on. I'll hit you up.
I'll do it again, bro. What's up, bro?
What's up, fool?
What's the name? Movies out. The Machine.
Yeah,
And,
Bert. I went and saw it.
and
Oh, yeah, dude. Sebastian
Sebastian
Maniscalco.
Maniscalco
Yeah.
movie.
Hey, come over here see the movie with my father.
About my father.
Casadich.
I'm by my papi, homie.
Did you go to the premiere?
No, I was traveling that day. So when I was in India, I took a couple friends and my producer. She travels with me, and we all went and saw a matinee of The Machine. It was fucking fun.
They released it in India?
Indiana, Indy. I said
Oh,
Indy. Sorry,
I heard
sorry.
India
yeah.
too, like, oh,
sorry,
shit.
yeah.
Punjab, huh?
India. I'm touring in India.
How many
I'm big
ru-
over there, at least. Come
How
on,
many
bro.
rupees did it cost?
We're
Did you
talking.
see it?
No, not yet. But you know how we're talking about Ontario? A couple of days ago, there was a false alarm for a shooting. Did you see that?
At
the
the
mall
show?
out there?
No, at the mall. And dude, and people are saying, dude, nobody's ready for something serious like this because people just did not know what to do.
They just ran over
They
kids?
just ran. People were closing the stores and taking the people who was inside ready, hiding.
But nobody
up there.
shot nobody?
No, it was a false alarm.
Fuck it,
dude.
let me get these pants real quick.
Yeah, I heard that
fuck
people
that.
ran now with fucking just like fucking
Bullets
stuff
will
they
go
had.
through those gates. Don't
Yeah,
hold me
dude.
in here.
Yeah, it was all like on TikTok, all these videos of people just running like behind the what's it called, the stores, the hallways. Yeah, so it's crazy. Like, just
Damn, that
nobody's
sucks,
ready for
dude.
like something serious like that.
Then they realized how bad the Ontario mall smells.
Yeah,
I came to this Old Navy.
It does stink, huh?
it has a weird like mildew stink from like the 90s or something.
I think all the runaway from the Rainforest Cafe.
It's the trash smell.
Is
Huh,
Rainforest Cafe
totally.
still there?
I don't know. But I know that little roach juice is.
Because I remember Rainforest Cafe was big like in Arizona or everywhere.
In Vegas
But
and,
yeah.
I know they have one in Glendale Galleria back in the day.
Yeah, you walk in there, it's all.
Horrible food.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, dude. That shit is disgusting.
You get tater tots in the fucking forest for real.
Next
dog?
day,
What
you're
the hell?
shitting blood, cocksucker.
It was 14.
Oh, he has a book out, bro.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
Joey's got a book
Joey
out.
Diaz?
Yes, for sure.
It was 1492, cocksucker.
I was being Columbus, Colon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was right there with the astrolabe. Is that what you call it? The directional device? Cocksucker.
Hey,
Right
didn't
there.
you fuck up your back to lifting weights, Joey Diaz?
I was over there fucking lifting the world on my fucking shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You think that's fucking easy? Every fucking morning. Cada mañana.
It was 1865, cocksucker. I was in the theater with Lincoln.
I thought it was 1492, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We're
wait.
circumventing the globe.
That one video when he's holding his head in his hands and they start playing a national anthem and it scares him and he jumps. He jumps to start. He's like, "Listen up, cocksucker!" And it goes right into it. It's so fucking funny.
I can't help you. Joe
It's
Rogan
so
can't
good.
help you.
Somebody in the chat said that Joey's gonna maybe quit his podcast. That he's not feeling it anymore.
What?
Stop listening.
Uh-oh.
It was because of him, huh?
What?
Has he checked in with you?
No, he been
I missed
promoting
a
his
call
book.
from him on Memorial Day, and I called him back. So we're playing phone tag right now. I'll ask him. I'll check with him.
He's done the podcast. Well, he's done, cocksucker.
There's no more. I already talked about everything at this point in my life.
I got nothing else to say.
What am I going to say? You want to tell you a fucking tale? You know what I'm saying? About how nobody wants to fuck your mom, neither your dad.
You see him in what's the Sopranos prequel?
The fucking Kings of Newark.
Yeah, did you see that? Him and that?
Fuck yeah, dude. That fucking shit's fucking bad.
Meanwhile, the company I was keeping on 148th Street was great for my toughness. The first day I spent at Bever's place, I ran into a group of local kids that hung around the block. Hey, you want to hang out with us when I'm masked?
Absolutely.
That's Joe Diaz's book. Go download it on Audible. It's called Tremendous, and he does the voiceover.
Yeah.
I think we're selling wolf tickets over here. Cocksucker, this is Reality 101. This is going to prepare you like a Marine for life.
Been doing a whole
My mom used to put cocaine in my Pampers.
I got that pizzazz.
And they would pass me over to relatives, and I would just open a diaper, take a little sack out.
It's that New Bergen Essence, cocksucker.
He's
right
done
there.
like maybe 8 episodes now on the Honeydew of his life story. We do chapters.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'll be like, all right, we left off April 2nd, 1994. This motherfucker.
Chapter 14, cocksucker.
Dial right in. Sometimes he'll just do 1994. Sometimes we'll do 94 to 97. But he's doing his whole fucking life right now.
Chronological.
So I hope he still wants to keep going because I know the people want to keep hearing the story. We're not even in the 2000s yet.
Fuck
It was
no.
1998.
I'm saying that's when I got that glass across that
Dude, his
cocksucker's
fucking,
face.
his memory. He told me on a podcast one time with Lee on the church. He was like, it was Dallas against Pittsburgh. It's in Dallas. They're giving 3. I go, it's a Monday night. I go, I go, Lee, look it up. And it is a Monday night game
That's the day they invented the Lombardi Trophy,
in
cocksucker.
Dallas. And they're giving they were given 5 and before kickoff adjusted to 3. This is from the 70s. He's remembering lines, betting lines.
That's when I was living the
before
rocket
the
ship.
internet. It's nuts.
I like how he always establishes a year because it kind of like puts you in there. Like,
Yeah. That's when you started driving Lyft.
It was 1990. It was the Twins were in the World Series.
Kirby Puckett. That's before he lost the eye.
He had 2 good eyes.
it was 1981. I accidentally meant to new age music, cocksucker.
Keyboards. With the keyboards.
That was when I was living in Boulder.
Absolutely.
Me and the Wolf.
We were selling Subarus. This is the best cars in the fucking world. You want to rob a bank? Use a fucking Subaru. That's what the fuck you use. If you want to get away. Oh no, we're going in a Cadillac. 20 fucking years, you fucking momo. What's going on with you over there? Fucking hit the fucking dial. How you doing there, Felipe? You doing all right? How was your weekend? Look at fucking RyanSickler with his new back.
You do mushrooms?
With his new back. Yes, I do mushrooms. That's all.
Yeah.
Weed and mushrooms are it for me. I've never been.
We got a little blunt right here.
I've
No
never been
lighter.
adventurous. I can't smoke yet. I gotta wait on my lungs and shit.
Oh
Yeah,
damn!
we can't be fucking up those clots.
What are those edibles, cocksucker?
Only once in a while.
¿Qué pasó?
I can't.
Can you do edibles though?
They don't work on me. They really don't. I just took a 60 milligram the other day and there's nothing. And I don't know why. I don't know how it works.
Still got those stars of death.
I took 2 of Joey Diaz's Stars of Death.
None, bro.
Have you done the mothership?
I have.
How was it? The big room or
loved
little room?
I did the little room. I went down to promote my special, Lefty Son, on my YouTube channel.
Fuck yeah.
And free. And when I was down there, I went by and I did the little room a couple nights. I wasn't scheduled. I just dropped in and they let me go. So it's fucking amazing. It's so well thought out. It's so, I've been saying, like, you know, when you're in the green, have you been?
No.
So when you're in the green room, the main room's on this wall, and then the smaller rooms on this wall. It's bigger than the belly room. I think it's 125 here and 250 or so in the main room. And a light will come on the wall here, and you'll be like, "Oh, Felipe just got the light. I don't have to keep going out there and fucking checking." And boom, the light comes on in, and I'm like, "There." Same thing for this one, right? So you know when you're up, you go out. Every stage or each stage, there's a way to get to it without ever walking through the crowd or unless you want to. You can go right underneath and go to the main stage. You can go right off. You can get off the stage in the room, boom, stairs right here, and you're gone. Nobody ever has to see you, touch you, nothing. You got people that want to come and hang. There's direct access to a balcony off the green room. It's private. They can go see that. And you can go out there and watch. Like, I want to go see Felipe's set. You can go out there unbothered and watch. It's great. Clean, beautiful, nice, good colors, all that shit.
What's up, fool? I'm doing the mothership in Austin in December. Look out for that. The last,
man.
I'll be that'll probably be my last show of the year. So I'm gonna be doing Thursday at the Little Foods Room, and then like the Friday and Saturday the big room, right? The Fat Man. That's right.
That's a cool name.
How you doing?
5 or 6 shows, man.
You know what those rooms are named after?
The bomb, right?
Yeah, the two
Yeah, 'cause
bombs.
you bomb.
Yeah.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
It's called Little Fool when I'm there.
Boy, not little fool.
It's called
Yeah.
Little Fool when I'm there.
Little fool when you're there.
Little fool.
So basically, they
Basically.
they learned
Basically.
from all the comedy clubs and kind of were like, let's just do something where like
Perfect comedy club.
yeah.
Well,
they
most clubs
perfected
are
it.
just a building and they want to sell chicken fingers and
Yeah.
alcohol while we dance, right? This is built for the fans and the comedians. Like, there's real thought put into what a comic needs. And
Yeah.
everyone's different. Some people like to talk right before they're set. Other people like to go off and be quiet, be by themselves. There's a space for however you are to do you in that building. You know, it's great. It's fucking great.
That's cool, man. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's that's badass, dude. The
Is
mother.
there a place where people could go there and not ask for guest spots? 'Cause I really love that. Like, is there a place where a young comic shows up? Hey, where the fuck are you going? No, the show's booked already. You can't ask for a guest spot in a booked show. We need somebody like that at our show.
Like a bouncer just to be hanging outside.
Can't be trying out new you can't be fucking doing your first show at my show.
No.
You need to go up there and bomb a couple of times. Then people tell me, hey, bro, did you hear about this guy? He's funny. All right, I'll invite him over.
It's funny because I was talking to Rachel and like a lot of comics, the way they learn what comedy is now is through like Instagram, TikTok. So people that have only been doing it for like 5 months, they're like, I need to get a camera, I need to film my set right away, and because they're just trying to hit that lotto, you know, a lotto fucking.
They're trying to go viral.
Yeah, and they've only been doing it for like a couple months, and they think that's how it is now because that's what they see. You know, they don't see the process, the open mic.
Plus one, me and my camera.
Yeah.
Well, the fans too. Like, it's TikTok specifically has changed comedy. I'm not a crowd work comedian, and a lot of the clubs are telling me they're throwing more and more people out. I hear more and more people interacting with me too, and you can't get mad at the people because they're looking at TikTok and they're being like, "Wait, why are you throwing me out, Felipe? This is what I see every goddamn day.
This is what a comedy show is to me.
All day." So to the fans now, that's
Interaction.
what comedy is too. Like, you need me. I don't fucking need you. But those comedians do.
Yeah,
And
and
if you're just a crowd work comedian, then yeah, you do need that.
When I was in South Padre, there was a drunk ass fool, young ass. He was drunk, but he was young too. That fool was drunk, and he dragged a chair in the middle of the show, and he said, "Roast me," and I said, "Fuck this guy! Get him the fuck out of here!" And they kicked him out. They put him back in his seat, bro.
we're gonna make the
Fuck
show about
you.
you now,
We're
or
gonna
what?
show
You
about
don't
you.
get to decide how I
Fuck
work.
outta here.
Fuck you
I'm
and
not
your
here to
shants.
see you. You're here to see
Shants.
me, motherfucker.
All these stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm
It's
not
changing shit.
I'm not.
It is.
I'm not that
Totally.
fool. Fucking DJ. What's his name? Aoki.
Yeah.
Who throws a
Aoki?
birthday cake at everybody after every show.
He does? I didn't know.
Couple candles.
But you did that one time.
That was South Padre Alley too. But whose birthday was it? It was Philip,
Mine.
right? Or yours? Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was my birthday. They
And-
gave me a birthday cake.
Brought the cake, right?
No, somebody did, and then some kid goes, "My birthday too. Come here." And I threw the cake at him.
Smash that.
Yeah, dude.
That was funny, dog.
That was funny.
You get that shit or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
People kept saying
He wanted to, though,
Yeah,
right?
he wanted, yeah. A big old candle in his mouth, dude.
Burn my eyelid with that candle, dog.
I seen some fail videos now, cause you know, like people will like push people's heads inside the cakes, but you can't do that with the double layer cakes, cause they're held up by
A stick.
by sticks, dude. I seen some crazy videos of like, the sticks go inside people's eyes,
Oh, fuck that. I'd
cause
kill
they'll
somebody.
smash their
I'd kill
heads and like
somebody.
they're sticking out. Crazy.
Oh shit! I just found out.
What happened?
I'm in one episode of that show on HBO, Royal Crackers.
Oh,
Are
you're
you?
Royal Crackers?
Yeah,
That show's
I'm in
funny,
episode
dude.
8.
That show's funny.
I play a general. I play a general. I play 2 characters. and
General
then-
Dennis Martinez?
Yes, and then I play
General.
and I play the husband.
Did it come out already?
Yeah, but dude, it's
on
funny, man. I shot this shit during the pandemic. It was a pilot, so they just sent me a bunch. Dude, they sent me a bunch of equipment, a box, a recorder, a fucking thing, and I had to go live with them, and then I was just talking about no se el chales, whatever, right? But they sped it up on TV, so I gotta talk fast. They sped up my Spanish, but same voice. But I play like this general, and then later on when they're watching a sitcom, I play the dad in a sitcom. Andrew's character is funny because I remember I said that motherfucker is funny, that character, and then she said, that's Andrew Satino, whatever. But yeah, his character is funny, but there's not enough of him. There's more of the dad and the goofy sister. Not enough, for me. It's about a family. They inherit the
Cracker company?
saltine crackers, and that episode, the Royal Crackers, they're promoting that soap opera in Mexico, I guess. But then the main character gets really fucking sick of eating those crackers.
Yeah, he takes his shit. He shit
much
the whole
sodium,
time.
huh?
I saw that episode in the hotel.
The beginning. That's me in the beginning.
What the fuck, dog?
The Nabisco Empire over here, fool.
I was watching that, yeah, so the guy's throwing out because he's eating the chips.
I'm the dad in the episode.
Laugh, fool.
Ya me voy.
And he's shitting the whole time, and they're filming him. Yeah, and the cholo comes out. He's like crying.
Yeah.
That was it. What the fuck?
I wasn't the cholo. I was the
hard,
dad in that episode, and the general when they found that gold cup.
I was telling Philip, I was watching the show last night on Adultswim called The Royal
You were
Crackers.
intrigued.
So fun.
Oh yeah, there's a good show out right now, man. If you're just into like espionage, it's called what was it called?
White House Plumbers.
White House Plumbers.
It's about Watergate, coño.
It's about Watergate. White House
Woody
Plumbers.
Harrelson and that other dude, right?
Yeah, the guy from White Lotus.
Is it good?
It's
Woody Harrelson.
fucking
It's good,
funny,
bro.
bro.
All right, I'm gonna watch that.
And it's all true. But
also, dude from White Lotus, I liked him in that. I know you're talking about the dude with the stash.
yeah, Stash. Yeah, he plays
I'm gonna
Gordon
watch that.
Liddy.
Okay, oh,
Dude,
Gordon
and
Liddy. All right.
and then I learned about these guys because on the History for Foods podcast, we did an episode on Cuban mafia, and we're talking about Miguel Battle, and Miguel Battle was like this big old mafia guy from Union City, New Jersey. But his homeboys, they were part of the Bay of Pigs, so they fucking hate Kennedy. So there's two Cuban guys working with Gordon Liddy in Watergate scandal, but they break into shit. They're good at breaking into shit, but they're working for free, and they're part of the Bay of Pigs. And anyway, they fuck shit. They break into the office because they're trying to get the videotapes of this senator that's seen as psychiatrist. So they're trying to see what he's told him to get secrets, to win the next election. They're spying basically and setting shit up. But there's a scene where the Cubans they drop pills all over the office, and he goes, and they're asking the guy, but why do you guys drop pills all over the place? And the guy speaking, that actor, cabrón. So they could know a drug addict did it. Then Gordon Liddy, he just put his head down and goes, do you guys know a lot of drug addicts who just leave all the drugs behind and leaves?
Oh, that's a good question, coño.
So anyways, man, they found out about that mission. The cops said it was a drug addict. The idea worked. And then later on, they moved on to more other stuff.
More jobs.
That,
But it's scandalous how when that fool shows up, Gordon Liddy, he's like a Hitler buff. He goes, yeah, I know he's a bad person, man, but before all that, man, he had great speakches.
God, yeah, they were playing the speech on the
So
record player.
he's playing the speeches full
About
blast
propaganda.
during dinner, and he's freaking out Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson,
His wife,
he's
though.
good.
Fuck yeah.
Because I've never
That's
seen
shit,
him do
bro.
a voice like that, ever. So it's just
How
Mad
about
Pets, dude.
when there's a scene where they're trying to pick up on these hot 30-year-old chicks, but they're like in their 40s, late 40s,
Miami.
in Miami, and he goes, tell him about what you did. Oh, in Guatemala, I let the president leave on exile, and he wanted to take this Argentinian doctor with him, this young guy, and you know who that guy was? Ernesto Guevara. He goes, who's that? He goes, Che Guevara. He goes, and then Gordon Liddy's laughing. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. The CIA ended up assassinating him, and they sent me the hands.
Yeah, little hands.
Because you said, right, that they found him with no missing body parts?
Well, that's what they sent back to him. Again, a bunch of CIA operatives. They're already fucking, fucking figured out his
Yeah, so
grave
what
site.
happened, I went into a rabbit hole, bro, about the fucking, the watermelon guy. Watermelon guy was,
Watermelon guy.
the guy from Guatemala, that president, he was the first liberal Democratic president for the first time in Guatemala because it's been conservative ever since. So this fool decided that he wants to give land back to the peasants, and he wanted to tell that fruit company, what's it called?
United Fruit
The
Company.
United Fruit Company, to start paying better wages to their workers.
Del Monte.
So then the CIA came in, threw a coup, kicked him out, and brought in a conservative president who ended up killing people. And then all that war started between El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, which is why we have problems now with MS-13.
But all those countries got their own.
That civil war fucked everything up, and they're still
early 80s, yeah.
they're still like back.
Repercussions.
We're reaping that shit right now.
Whether it's Guatemala, El Salvador, fucking all those fucking countries that have tropical fruit.
Central America. Yeah.
I went in a rabbit hole about the fucking the fruit company. Look up Banana Massacre. All right, what's up, fool? We got RyanSickler here, fucking special on YouTube.
Yep, Lefty Son. Check it out on my YouTube.
You're lefty.
Don't
My
forget.
dad is lefty.
My dad's lefty. My dad's lefty too, but they didn't want him to be a lefty, so they used to tie up his arm.
For real?
Yeah, so he could be a right-handed.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, dude.
Look, I got to stand up for a second so I don't
Go ahead, bro. We're almost
die.
done. We're done.
So I don't clop
What's-
and die.
Go follow RyanSickler. Go check out the Honeydew podcast. Follow the fucking Patreon to hear Joey's stories.
And check out Felipe's episode. You had a great episode. You're really, Bert Kreischer loves that episode. He goes out and tells everybody that
Hell yeah.
particular one.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
My daughter ended up moving back to Sweden, and I don't know if she still has cancer, but she's getting better.
Good.
She still does, but she's living with it.
Good.
As long as she's living with us. Hey!